can control this TB. Bane, who is a really good hero trader, can see that having a double melee lane versus, well, technically 1.5 range heroes is not the easy one for Ivy. Even keeping this Darkseer at bay. He attempts to push this wave as much as possible. Gotsi does get charged. Both of them going to get hit by it. He's got a lot of regen in his pocket, and they're going to look to turn around and maybe even kill the Darkseer. Nightmare use. Spiritbreaker is going to have to move out of action, and now they're going to turn their attention towards Cube. Meanwhile, Bloody Sky does get a bit of extra distance away. Gotsi, where are the bashes from Cube? He's got his charge available. And he's going to move, well, at least charge towards the mid wave to get himself out of that difficult situation. But they will use their heals. Spiritbreaker goes all the way back. Well, was about to go all the way back home, but Bane was walking in, so he just waves his arms. Meanwhile, low skill's gonna get hunted, and they will lose the Clinks in the top lane.
Better luck next time.
A 22 and 23 CS. And Pion's build as well. You can see that he wanted to secure range creeps. 2 points in Shockwave. Great harassing tool. And skewering through all of those Bramble mazes. Look at that. Clinks just absolutely suffer as Laguna comes in from the other side. And Pion will get this one. Great amount of damage. He Shockwaved the Clinks into a Bramble maze and then skewered him through another one, making that a double Bramble maze damage stack up on top of the magical damage they already dealt on a couple right clicks in between. That is a crazy amount of damage, only to a 600 HP Clinks. Because the damage stacks from every route that comes out. The duration is just refreshed, but the damage sitting at 5 and 0 right now. Magnus already picked up the Mana Boots here. Intriguing double Windlace here. Probably a casual one. Maybe one for Tranquil Boots, another one for Yules. But right now, not looking too hot. The same combo comes out again. Low skill's going to die again. You see exactly where he is with the dust. Gutsy does get taken down by the Bloody Sky. But Clink's already 3 times dead. Farming that too. Visage is now the only hero here in this lane. They're going to use on RP and again move through the brambles. Vincenzo's going to get right-clicked there by Laguna and Pion. So that's 6 kills that they've already got. At least Laguna's been part of 6 out of the 7 kills. Pion is also 2-0 and 3. Puck has rotated to the top lane. Dendi cutting the waves, making sure that they can take down this top tier 1 tower. Apparently not near enough. Tiny also using his avalanche to clear a cap, but there's some backup arriving, and it's Dendi and Laguna. They've got the coil. They see Jay and Vincenzo. 2-man coil comes out. Tiny not taking any big damage yet. He pops his DD rune off of the bottle. And he also grabs himself a tree, ready to fight. Cube goes in for the charge. The Bane's going to be taking a hefty amount here, but Cube's the one on the run. They are scared of this engagement. Tiny's salve is also broken. He doesn't get to use his DD rune really, so this Tiny popping his DD also is 1,000 gold behind, so that's already a big net worth differential coming out. Keep will take down the Bane with the help of Mobe. They're just gonna let the TB farm with his Empower, and Pion and Gotsi, well, they're 1 minute ahead of the action rune. So I guess they're maybe relying on that Ivy's feeling comfortable. They're going to be looking at this Tiny in the mid lane with the RP blink instantly used. Tiny does get leashed up too, but he's also revealing and throwing back a decent amount of damage. Not exactly taking down the Magnus. He will lose his life for it. And Cube was already hoping for somebody to show up here in this bot area, but nobody's going to be going there. Violent's going to be taking this kill. TP coming out from the Bloody Sky. He's got his vac wall ready. Only 2 points in vacuum though, so that's to a good start. The TB's lane might have been a bit messy for him. Now he's really going to start ramping up that farm. They did kill the Willow, and they actually... Okay, I completely missed that one. You can call it T-Tours on that. I was not suspecting the Clinks to get actually jumped on like that, because they're pushing mid with 4 heroes. Like, they're pushing mid with 4 heroes without their actual tower destroyer, who's, by the way, very shut down and needs to farm. And they've taken the bot tier 1 tower. Like, why is the Clinks farming here? Magnus has been babysitting this area for the last 5-6 minutes. That's why I was also very confused about that. Well, Bane is gonna end up losing his life. They will get the Magnus out to safety. He's gonna be teleporting out. It does take them quite some time to take down Gutsy. Wants to be able to tank the hits from this TB while still being capable of applying some extras for the team fight. So if he's gonna, for example, if you have a good Orchid timing, yeah, he just got to buy it at least, but he is gonna drop. With that stun, the illusion's gonna be kicking in. Nope, they actually don't get this kill, so they're a bit afraid to move in. Moby is gonna be here. Violent, is he playing the bait here? Wants to get his stick charges and he gets the Sunder off. So Visage is now low on HP and Violent also clears out the birds. He was relying to have enough stick charges. And heading towards the top lane. Cube has been revealed in the lane. The Magnus is gonna be here. And he's actually gonna give the chase as well. So Spirit Breaker should be careful. Bulldoze has already been used. That also means that they can't get the Skewer or the RP in, because he does have that extra movement speed to walk away. JM Vincento farming in the jungle. Dendy's going to be walking right next to him. Puck also has a blink. And now they've got the catch. They've got the Fiend's Grip now connecting onto the Spirit Breaker and pushing him onto the high ground into the arms of the Bedlam provided by the Willow. And now JM Vincento also dropping pretty decently here. But a good setup opportunity coming in from Ivy. 3-man back wall comes out from the Bloody Sky. Violent will be able to take down this Visage as the Dark Seer is now pummeling his way through the Dark Willow. Looking for the first one for himself, and the Clinks is also going to be taken down. Mobe looking for the kill on Dendy, but Dendy's going to survive for this, and he's got his Blink Dagger ready too. He's going to move in. Looks just going to snipe a courier in between with the RP coming out from Pion. And Tiny's going to be going down too. And that's going to be another one going in the arms of Bait. And Bloody Sky, well, he reveals himself, and oh, he's got the Orchid, but do you really have any damage left to give? Not really. So this fight easily cleared out by Bait. 1 for 4. The cost of the 57. Very good timing. Very big TB. Yasha, Falcon Blade, Scotty, Dragonlance. He could still go for S and Y if he wants to reduce duration on any of these stuns. And Cube is going to come out from the dust, from the smoke to pop his ulti. RP comes out from Pion, pushes him in. Mobe also go for the jump in, but they caught themselves not only one but two as they take the Darkseer as well. The coil will be used, but Tiny unable to break it with his own. The Yules is also going to be there, and that Mobe Tiny is just not going anywhere. For a moment, I was like, wait a minute, why is this Tiny being used up into the air? Like, is that like at breaking the coil range? But it was the Puck's Yules, and he was a bit too far away to actually break the coil distance. So Tiny then ended up walking out of the coil range and popping it himself. But another win for Bates and a Roshan for them too. Was without an RP, but that was a Fiend script used to catch the Tiny. Now spotting the Bane. Cube going for the charge halfway in, but Pion was already ready for it. Gotta love how Pion is very awake on this Magnus here. You can already see a step ahead what Ivy's doing, and that kind of spells confidence as well for the team. It looks like they're on point with what's happening and what they want to do. But Ivy's maybe feeling a bit disconnected with what they want to achieve here. We're gonna have a Darkseer Ags coming up too, but I'm not entirely sure if this is the timing for it, because you do want to build that Ags on Darkseer as fast as possible, since that does provide you with extra HP and also the Iron Shell charges. It just doesn't zero and give out the Aegis and bait something out from Ivy. Ivy still has to heavily commit, even to getting that out of the way. Cube is charging in the front. They did scout him out. The sentry's on the... Oh, they see low skill. Gotta be careful with your positioning there, buddy. And Pion's gonna catch the RP onto 2. Brings him with the skewer, and Violent's gonna be here too. Spirit Breaker does get his Invis out to heal himself or keep himself alive, but this Visage is not going to be as lucky. Bit of a late Bedlam used with the Dark Willow. Pion does get the chance to blink in front of the Bloody Sky. Drops out a vacuum onto 3, but that's about it.
A strange time
Bait is now discussing what do we want to do. Where do we want to go? They're pushing out the mid wave. Clinks is here. He is going to cut the wave. Bait is kind of waiting for a response from Ivy, trying to make them do a mistake and then punish for it. Right now, Bait could go high ground, but I think they do give some respect for Ivy, especially the way they just killed 2 of their heroes. So good old TV Illusion Siege. We'll be attempting to throw out some spells, trying to slow this push down as much as possible. Charge is now on the TB, so they've got the vision on this hero, but Dendi is right next to him. Obviously, the Spirit Breaker's not going to go through with his charge. At least Ivy is not getting completely stomped in this game. That's a bit surprising from Bait too, that they haven't just gone in for an all-in push. Respecting Ivy at least. And an almost max timer Roshan too. But to be honest, if you think about Bait, they're not in a hurry. They don't have to. Like, you don't have to force the attention. You need to make Ivy make the mistake. And they're going to smoke up, and they're going to walk into this one. They've spotted Pion. Pion goes in first, and he's caught himself, Gianvincenzo. And the Yules comes out from Laguna, and this Tiny, he's not going to be moving in. He's got his Blink Dagger coming up right now with his BKB already used. But he finally walks in with the TV, pops his Satanic. And that RP actually misses from Pion. So that's one big ability missing. And the Fiend's Grip also just gets instantly cancelled. Gutsy doesn't get anything out of it because the Burst Connect with Cube is going to be going down. The Blink Sky is also going to be falling. And Violent is throwing in some heavy hits. And this Clink ain't really going to get much out of him, is he? Dendi on the chase. Pion's going to be there too, but the BKB finally runs out and they get the kill. Violent with the triple. He's on a godlike spree. Ivy's rest of their members are going to get hunted down as the Tiny gets thrown into the air. Mope does go up for a quick toss, but this really doesn't do anything because Violent is going to go on an ultra kill and take himself 4 heroes, leaving it just the Visage and the Spirit Breaker. I'm thinking if they do want to leave him the Rampage, but Gianvincenzo is keeping a safe distance, so Bait, they get themselves an ultra kill and force out a buyback from the Spirit Breaker. And Cube is trying to cut some waves, keep the creeps out of the base. But Bait, they have creeps. They have creeps coming in from the top lane. They still have a bit of time in their hands. Gianvincenzo also kind of knows that maybe he should just clear those creeps. But before he does, he's going to get skewered by Pion with the fresh horn toss. Trying to keep him busy. TD, meanwhile, he's finishing off Rax. He's already taken down the melee Rax. And another grab from Magnus, bringing the Visage back to the low ground. The Bloody Sky does drop out the vacuum, but no wall available. At least not yet. And low skill, he's finally respawned, but they've spotted the Clinks already. They see from a mile away. Cube is coming in with a charge, but it's going to get reflected. Got the identity. They nicely hold the high ground position. They were ready with the coil. Obey. Sitting in this mid lane right now. Pion is nearby. RP is up in 5 seconds. He's waiting for it. The BKB up on this Tiny, but he's not going to get to use it at least yet. Maybe now. It's going to be pretty much the last fight for him. He's going to get Fiend Script too. Giving a Blinks out. The coil used on the backline. The Darkseer instantly getting combined here and nuked down. Puck able to dodge the charge from the Spirit Breaker. Pion looking for another target. This time it is the Blinks and low skill. He pops his BKB. They're all just stacking around this Blinks while he's hiding in the trees and trying to keep them busy. Got some more sentries to give, but he also reveals himself, so this Blinks is going to go down. And that looks like the end for Ivy. They still got 2 buybacks they could use. But do they get to use them is the big question, because Cube also going to get killed. That's a dieback on the Spirit Breaker. His buyback too. Only 3 buybacks remaining in something that they could address. This TV is also packed up a lot of damage. You can see the Daedalus there too. And no need for Manta. Not this game at least.
Bottom tower is in pieces.
Birds are also getting murdered. Using the horn toss skewer on birds. Wow. This man is showing his skills. Mad skills right there. Who's next?
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Who is next, Pion? Who do you want to grab this time? Violent, 3,600 HP. 3.6k. Birds are spotted. Pion is trying to skewer them back. Brings at least one with him. Cube also went for a bit of a charge. Laguna goes in. Dendi also looking for a bit of an opening here. Mope has been found. They see the Tiny on the side. And now TV, he walks in. Forces up the silence. Nice RP coming off of the Magnus. A Fiend's Grip on the low ground. Mope has been caught in it. And Gotzi able to take this Tiny out of play. Cube is going to go charging in. But as soon as he does, they're ready for it. Fate's just using their spells better in this fight. They have all control out of this. And Vincento also down. Triple kill. 2 buybacks do come out. Bloody Sky throws in another Orchid. Violent. He is regening. Look at that. Satanic heal. Goes even in. Goes straight in with that Hurricane Fight. Forces himself into that. And that Clink just melts. As the DD call. DD call. Well, I guess you could call it. We're going to need a lot of damage if you want to beat the TB in this case. So the GG call will end this first battle between Bait and Ivy. If I remember my old statistic, this is not a very old statistic though, because this dates all the way to October. Since there